Alright, this is my fight against X4 from the Pojo forums. He's been trying to beat me for quite some time, and actually this time he came pretty close. He leads with Salamence, and I lead with my Dusknower. Now I know my Dusknower can live through a lot, so I'll take this chance to set up a sub because he only needs roughly, I'm not sure, I'm thinking 56 HP or something like that. Yeah, he needs 56 HP to make a sub, so I figured I was pretty good with that. Hits me with another Draco Meteor, and I take this turn to Pain Split and get my health back up to something decent. Well, decent for a Dusknower anyways. He doesn't want to stay in because the Salamence's special attack is weakened by 4 stages now. So I take this opportunity to get a free sub up. I don't think that his Salamence is going to come back in, so I'm trying to Will-O-Wisp the Bronzong. I was wrong, and he switches Salamence back in, and Salamence catches the Will-O-Wisp, which was pretty pointless. Now I'm going to Focus Punch to try to will his health down so that the burn will get him, because I know that Focus Punch is going to kill after that Intimidate, and Dusknower isn't that strong to begin with, so I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, so I switched into Suicune. I didn't think he was going to die from burn this turn, so I wanted to switch in her and then let him die next turn after I calm mind up. But she takes the hit, and I guess I kind of miscalculated because he died that time. He switches in Bronzong, and now I'm thinking, do I want to surf or do I want to rest up because I know the Hypnosis is coming? I end up surfing so I can do some damage, because if I would have rested, Sleep Claws wouldn't have went into effect and he'd have just Hypnosis something else. Now that my Suicune's sleeping, this is where he gets a little happy, and I switch into Dusknower, not knowing what he's going to do, but I know Gyro Ball can't do shit, Stealth Rock isn't going to do anything. So I'm happy to see that he uses Explosion and it doesn't affect my Dusknower. He got a little too happy there, so that was a bad play on his part. He switches into Porygon Z, and I'm going to switch back into Suicune because I don't know what this thing wants to do. He Dark Pulses, and Suicune takes it. So he withdraws Porygon Z and sends an Electro. I'm still trying to wake up, but she stays asleep. Now, I predict an electric attack, so I switch in my Electivire. And he sets up Light Screen, so he totally outplayed me that turn. I Cross Chop so I can do damage to whatever comes in, and it misses because my luck is just that bad. Okay, that's alright, because he sees the Cross Chop, so he switches into something else. He switches into to Swampert because it isn't weak. Then I switched into Togekiss, which was pretty good. My first Air Slash missed, which was kind of lame, because that means I missed 2 attacks in a row. I hit him with another Air Slash, and he doesn't flinch, and plus I take the damage from Avalanche because it's double after the Pokemon takes damage that turn. I switch back in Suicune and trying to get her to wake up. So she doesn't wake up that turn. He sets up Stealth Rock. I get my leftovers, and I'm still trying to wake her up. So I'm gonna let her stay in until she wakes up or dies, whichever comes first. Sleeps again. He hits me with an Earthquake. Now, seeing how much damage that does, I figure I roughly got about I think 2 or 3 more turns left. So I'm still gonna let her let her stay asleep. Alright, I got 1 turn left. Will she wake up? She ends up waking up and going right back to sleep. But that's pretty good for me because she got all her health back, and that Swampert, yeah. He EQs, and it doesn't do much of anything. So he switches back in Porygon Z, and he probably thinks I'm going to switch into Dusknower, but I don't. I leave Suicune in, and she gets hit with a Dark Pulse, and it doesn't do that much to me. So I decided to ride it out and let her stay in. I take another dark pulse, and she wakes up, and I use Calm Mind. Now I know that my Calm Mind is gonna keep me from dying, you know, paired up with the leftovers. So I decided to rest this turn just so I can get some health back in, you know, start ripping ass. Turns out I flinched that turn. You know, this is a really unlucky game for me. It's like, I don't know, this is a really unlucky game for me, and luck's going in his favor. Seeing that he keeps using Dark Pulse, which means he probably can't do nothing else, which means he's choice something, I switch into my Heracross, and Heracross takes the Dark Pulse pretty decently, considering he gets hurt by the Stealth Rock. I close combat, and Swampert, who got switched in, got the bad end of that, and it did more than half his damage, so I figured I might as well finish him off with another CC. Now he switches back into Porygon Z, and I switch in Suicune for a Death Fodder just to see what it's gonna do. Now at this point I had already figured out that it was choice something, so whatever move it did, I was switching the appropriate Pokemon to counter that. I switch in Dusknoir, which means that he's gonna switch out. So I set up another sub knowing that he's gonna switch out, and he switches into Electrode. Okay, whatever. I think he's gonna set up Light Screen, but he uses Thunderbolt, which wasn't too bad of an idea at the time. You know, so I pain split and get some health back and do some damage to him. And this is where I think he did a stupid move, because he knew I had an Electivire, and he knew Electivire was the downfall last game, but he still decided to Thunder Wave. And it wasn't that good of an idea because, you know, Dusknoir was slow anyways. So I use Focus Punch after he uses a third Thunderbolt. Why does he keep Thunderbolting and stuff when he knows I have Electivire? I guess he just wants to be a badass this game or whatever. Anyways, Electro gets killed by one Focus Punch, and he switches in Porygon Z. Now, I don't know what he's going to do because, you know, he knows all the rest of my Pokemon except for my last one. So I switched into Electivire to see what he's going to do. And, because I didn't really need Electivire that much anymore anyways. So Electivire took the Tri-Attack. So now that I know what to switch into him, I'm going to, you know, use that little mental note, and I'll switch into Dusknoir again. Now I know he's going to switch out once again, so I set up another sub. He sends out Cloyster, which I had totally forgotten he had. And I use Focus Punch. He uses Ice Shard, and it doesn't break my sub, so I know that it can't do more than a quarter of my health. But I'm fully paralyzed this turn, so that sucks. I use another Focus Punch instead of subbing up like I should have. Because I probably should have subbed up again, knowing that it takes 2 hits to kill him. But I Focus Punched anyways, and it didn't even kill him. So that was lame. I'm thinking about what I should do. And he hits me with another Ice Shard. I can set up another sub, but you know, he crits me, so I didn't have enough health to do it. Now I figure I might as well get another Pain Split and, you know, do some more damage to him before he dies. And he Ice Shards, and you know, I lived it just like I thought I would, but I'm fully paralyzed, so I can't do shit about it. So Dusknoir basically just went down without doing much of anything to that Cloyster besides taking a little over half his health. Alright, now I can either switch in Typhlosion or Heracross. I opt for Typhlosion because he's Scarfed. I decided to use the Overheat since my health's a little low. I don't know why I didn't just use the Eruption, because that would have killed Cloyster anyways, and it probably would have did more damage than Overheat did to Porygon Z. But you know, I used Overheat or whatever, and he switches in as Porygon Z. Now I'm Scarfed, so I know I'm faster than this thing, and Overheat does a little over half his health, and he Tri-Attacks me. I switch in Heracross, and just go for the close combat and for the kill. Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever. Do the same thing to him because he's got some pretty badass videos up. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.